Oh no. All right, so the 7thSage versus Mr. Brodie Lee for winners quarterfinals. D3 versus Zelda. And my man Jalen, who you got?
Well, I have to root for Mr. Brodie Lee, a homie, but definitely going to be a tough matchup for sure.
Also, what's with Zelda mains in the number 7? We have 17, another Zelda main, and now we have 7thSage, another Zelda main.
I think in Ocarina of Time, aren't there like 6 sages, and then I guess Zelda would be the 7th?
Oh, there we go. That's the reference I wasn't getting.
And also 17, I think Zelda's number 17 in the number of fighters.
That'll do it. Bit of an odd turnaround there by 7thSage. Okay, the parry by Brodie Lee. Not being fooled at all by that up B in place.
Yeah.
That's going to be a problem, though. If Zelda can consistently up B, or excuse me, forward air or back air D3 out of shield, that is going to be a brutal punish. Speaking of brutal punishes, that up smash.
Yeah, Zelda's smashes are so strong. And they're infamous for being spammy. Not as spammy in this game, but still very good. On top of that, reflect. Yeah, this is looking pretty rough for Brodie Lee right now, not finding a way to get into Zelda's range without getting hit themselves.
A couple up airs, rather, as Brodie Lee having a lot of trouble landing on the Zelda. That is to be expected with D3 really only having neutral air and down air as his options. Down air, not really a good landing tool.
Yeah. Brodie Lee cannot even set up their Gordo ledge pressure because Neighbor's Love is just so good at reflecting it.
Okay, yeah, that's one way to get rid of the knight.
Yeah,
Wail
just
on him.
headbutt it. Okay, yeah, Brodie Lee definitely in a huge deficit right now, but up throw upper, attacking on 26%, pretty good damage.
We've seen this big boy make these comebacks before, living to like 180 or so I wouldn't be surprised if Brodie Lee has a comeback in his back pocket again. But look at that, the knight disrupting the Gordo pressure and flinging it right back.
Yeah, I don't even think the knight would, or the Gordo would go through the knight. It would just hit the knight and then neutralize the projectile.
Yeah, we already saw it where if it hits the knight's shield, when the knight's like just starting to charge up, it just vanishes.
And there's a second up smash on the platform. Very good job catching Brodie Lee on these platforms, trying to get or reestablish neutral.
Not quite getting the standard get up. Like I dig the effort, but just ever so slightly off. 21% from that forward air.
Wow, spot dodging the whole forward tilt and then reflecting the Gordo.
Looks like he tried to inhale the knight. Didn't seem like it worked out too well for him.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it too well either. Yeah, this is not looking good for Brodie Lee, but looking very good for 7thSage right now. Just has a super strong lead, and the gameplay is just so strong this Dedede. Dedede has to jump, but not very fast in the air.
No, very little aerial mobility despite the numerous jumps.
Wow, that hit!
That covered all of roll? My lord, Brodie Lee sent off the top 3 times with up smash. D3 might be difficult to kill off the top, but Zelda's up smash proving that she could take care of this aptly.
So that was the very last hit of up smash, and I'm surprised it hit low. Like, I knew it hit low enough to hit Dedede on the ground, but it hit roll on that, like, that close to the ledge.
Silly. Just a silly hitbox right there.
Wow. Yeah, 7thSage, definitely going to take that any day of the week, especially against a player like Mr. Brodie Lee.
It just felt like we saw the weakness of D. Is that anytime Zelda would fade back with Knight, he just have to run forward and either jump or shield. Like, he could never catch Zelda. It does. She can set up as much as pressure as she wants because you're just never going to get there with this big old penguin waddling across the stage. I think a smaller stage might very well do Brodie Lee quite a bit of help, though.
Definitely. Yeah, one of the main counterplays to Zelda's Knight is while she's charging it, jump over the Knight range and hit her. But Dedede is just so slow that he can't do that. Gets hit twice by the Gordo and combos it into neutral air. Ooh. Alright.
Yeah, this is already a brutal game. Just a couple bits of self-harm here from Brodie Lee. The Gordo is not proven to be his friend when this reflector is in play. Good God. I think Brodie Lee's dealt himself more damage.
Yeah, at this rate. But I kind of agree with the final D pick. Brodie Lee got caught a lot on those platforms and getting up smash for it. But now there's no platforms to get caught on. The problem is now you have to land on Zelda's Knight with no platforms.
He just tried to forward tilt and the shield just blocked literally everything. You can deactivate the Knight if you hit it, but not if you hit its shield. And it's such a fine line to walk.
Alright, very good parry. No punish though. Does that up smash, definitely going to take Dedede's stock. Doesn't matter how heavy you think Dedede is. At 167, an up smash will take it.
Great parry. That's the answer right there. Parry and a dash grab.
Yeah. Wow, very good edge guard. Zelda has a little bit of startup to her up B, and you can definitely use that to hit Zelda out of it.
SeventhSage is starting to actually have to put in a lot more work here as we are seeing the gears turn in Brodie Lee's mind as he adapts to this difficult matchup.
Yeah, it's kind of silly because you can see how much harder Mr. Brodie Lee has to work to find every hit. Meanwhile, SeventhSage can use Neighbor's Love or Knight and just get hits every so often, or grab like that.
It feels like the change has been that Brodie Lee is like forcing out the panic options. Like we've seen it a couple times where he just like jumps and waits for the reflector and then punishes the reflector, or waits for the Knight and then punishes the Knight. Like if you start like predicting that your opponent's autopiling with their projectiles, you can hard punish it, but the problem is that ledge session ending in the super early kill again.
Yep. Wow. I was thinking SeventhSage was going to up you onto stage, but no, that angle was really good. Catches the spot dodge, not going to take the stock though.
That's the old, like, oh, I bet you weren't DIing this way move, too. The weird backward hitbox of that dash attack, very nearly finishing it off. Why did that force attack?
You know what? We don't question things in this game. Yeah, this is so rough for Brodie Lee right now. But catches the roll, very smart, was super ready for that with that up tilt. But now, here we go on last stock for both players, but Brodie Lee at 100% and SeventhSage at 0.
Did he actually get the grab? It looked like he like laid hands on Zelda and then got just absolutely saved by the Knight.
Not sure. Oh, that was so smart.
That's so smart, yeah.
But see, all this counterplay that Brodie Lee has to do, has to re-catch Gordos, parry Knight moves into grabs, and just catch these uppies.
Is that dead?
What?
That's dead! He got the grab at 60! Like, that was mid... I think it was 67 when he actually got the grab, and that actually finished it off. Good God!
So that was actually something we were talking about before we started broadcasting. Dedede can combo like either down throw or up throw into up air if you don't DI it right, and it combos into into up air, and it can kill just like how we saw right there. Dedede at nearly max rage, goes for that down throw, and SeventhSage wanted to DI towards the stage because they didn't want to get sent too far out, and so they got the wrong DI into the up air into death.
Like I don't even care if that's good DI. DI doesn't factor into the splash screen. Like, you're going to get the splash screen when it's close to death. So the fact that this man has a kill confirm that kills like 60 to 80% that generates a splash screen in the first place is ridiculous. Wow, what a finisher by Brodie Lee. Just going to show you what a heavy main has when he needs. Forced into game 3.
The move looks so ridiculous too because he's literally spinning his hammer in the air and the last hit just sends you flying at 80-something%. And yeah, like people are saying in chat, the DI was good on the up air, but the down air or the down throw DI wasn't very optimal.
Yeah, I think if you hold up, you can get out of those. But I mean, there's so few D3s that I can't really fault SeventhSage for not knowing that, oh, if I don't DI appropriately, I'm dead like sub 100 to a down throw confirmed.
Yeah, that's what's super scary about these low tier players or these low tier characters. They have all these options that you just don't know about or aren't ready for unless you play somebody that plays the character. And not too many people do that because they're low tier.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still stunned by that. Like, we are into game 3, and it's going to take me another stock or two to recover from that finisher.
Yeah, that was brutal. SeventhSage had everything going for them, and then just like that, losing a stock. But here we go, back on the PS2. Brodie Lee going to need to be very careful around those platforms. Don't want to lose to stocks to those up smashes again.
True, but I mean, this is a stage with a very low ceiling, so maybe he's looking for a repeat of game 2.
Yeah, Brodie Lee giving SeventhSage all the respect in the world off stage.
Has to double roll back to dodge Knight, but trying to just get something going here. Even medium charge is enough to just smack this Penguin away. And look at the space he has to give up.
Yeah, SeventhSage doing a very good job at just controlling neutral. And, like, yeah, we saw it clearly right there. Dedede cannot inhale Knight.
No, he's trying to inhale through Knight to grab the Zelda behind him. And that does work and deactivates Knight. It just is really difficult to get that going.
Good stuff of fading out the up B, but what can Brodie Lee get from this edgeguard situation? And the answer is nothing. Just a neutral situation again.
All right, now it's SeventhSage's turn for a little bit of edge pressure. That's a regrab, but the shield break, you can't shield both hits of that. You have to drop. And the full charge on Jet Hammer. I'm fairly certain that was a little bit BM right there. Anything from D3 would have killed in that position. But hey, take the move that you don't want to stay on. I respect it.
Optimal.
Optimal.
There's that up smash again. SeventhSage, such a good, doing such a good job, I've been meaning to say, on catching Dedede with those up smashes. Usually you don't go for the vertical kill on Dedede, but SeventhSage doing such a good job with that.
I think just recognizing that Brodie Lee likes to jump a lot more than your average player against Zelda. Chase down. Don't run from me. We got words.
Brodie Lee has the beat on what SeventhSage wants to do, and that's run away from Dedede. So when a player wants to do that, you just chase them down.
I mean, in all fairness, that's not that hard of a read. Zelda doesn't want to be within grab range. Got it. That's one of those where it's like, it's safe to assume.
Yeah, but then you have to be careful about running into Zelda's dash attack or forward smash.
True.
Because those moves are surprisingly strong. Just like that up throw. That's the second time Dedede has died off the top of the screen. Yeah. Now, can Brodie Lee make another comeback?
There's the good DI that time. You can see right there that at that percent, it is not true down throw to up air. If you just hold out, up and out, it looked like.
Yeah, it's sort of like Polyphena down throw, where you might as well just DI out, no matter what.
Starting to slip away from Brodie Lee is this stock already at 75%, almost lapped by SeventhSage.
Finally makes it back onto the stage, and SeventhSage setting up the neutral tool again in the form of Phantom. The Phantom is so good. It's a neutral tool, a ledge trap tool, an edge guard tool, and you can use it to help you recover.
And an anti-projectile tool because it blocks projectiles with shield really easily. And that Gordo was greedy as Brodie Lee gets slashed out of the air. We sing the praises of the Knight, and he responds by securing that stock for SeventhSage.
Yeah. I know that's a very bad matchup for DDD, but 7thSage still played that very well. Mr. Brodie Lee tried to play that as well as they could, still not able to execute everything they needed to win the match. So good stuff to 7thSage, securing their spot in winners semifinals versus Mega and Ike player.
All right, y'all, that is going to be it for us. We are going to take a few moments to pause while we bring in two fresh new commentators. But Jalem, it has been a pleasure.